Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I did nothing for that. Oh, that's, wait a minute. Miss Renner, Miss Renner, Miss Renner.
All right, chill. There's a lot of equipment in here.
It'll be wet. You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another.
Hey guys, welcome to Little Blackbird, another one. We're talking to you guys hot topics this week. Yes, there's a lot of things going on. Let me be very, very real with you. Crazy what you just saw. We have Brittany Renner running amok on a podcast. We kind of saw this coming because her behavior has always been a little bit despondent. We had a situation with Boosie and his daughter. So we got a situation there as well. Boosie and his daughter have had a bit of a blowout, and he took the car back, and that's caused an issue. Keke Palmer played us all, okay? Keke Palmer played us all. Look where she went to. Look where she went to. Neither the men nor the ladies were right, okay? Because the ladies were saying he shouldn't have done what he did. She should leave him. And look where she is. And the man that was saying she's disrespectful, look what she's doing. Look where she is. He's back with her again. We were the ones that were played, okay? We were the ones that were played, okay? So, you know, it's a bit of a peak one. And then we had Steve Harvey as well. And his whole situation, the internet was ablaze because they thought that Marjorie was cheating. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, so it's quite interesting to see this situation play out with Steve Harvey, because a lot of conversations around how Steve Harvey betrays, you know, talks about relationships, right? People feel like he's a quote unquote simp. And so I think people were happy to see that he got played by Marjorie. It's almost as if like where we called it, we knew that he was going to get played by Marjorie. We knew kind of thing. So, you know, it'd be like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about all of it. And we're going to have an interesting conversation along the way. So this is Hot Topics for this particular week. If you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor. We're trying to reach 100K. We want to be able to reach that particular number by the end of the year. So if you're here and you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Subscribe to the channel and get our numbers up. Don't sit with us and not be subscribed to us. You know what I'm saying? We want to see you part of the family as well. Join the chat as well. Get involved with the conversations. We're here to have fun and to have real educated, whilst entertaining conversation as well. And for those of you who are returnees, you really know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there are hot, okay? Don't forget to like the live, okay? We got 105 people in the room so far, and it's rising by the second. Please click on that like button as well. All right, let's get into this conversation because the Brittany Renner situation was a little bit crazy, right? Because I've been following Brittany Renner for a good year or two now, and I've always said there's some deeper lying issues with Brittany Renner. She's going through some things, she's been hurt in some ways, and she's always kind of showing out. And it looked like she took a turn for the better, I think, towards the end of last year or beginning of this year. She was seemingly coming round, like she was starting to see things differently and do things differently. And I was thinking to myself, okay, well, it looks like she's going on her healing journey. And then we get to see this podcast, which just kind of thrusts her back into this negative loop of limelight, where she's throwing bottles of water, twerking on Charleston as well physically, and just doing a lot of things that, you look at and you go, this is not your brand anymore. It wasn't supposed to be, or at least I thought you had begun to change. So this wouldn't have been something that you wanted to do. But the reality of the situation is she has not changed, right? In the way that in fully, I should say, right? And I think when I saw her on this particular podcast, I knew something was up. I knew something was up, right? It looks like she has taken on some drugs, or it didn't even look like drink. You know what I mean? It didn't even look like she was on drink. That looked like she was on some drugs, and her behavior there was so unfortunate. And I think because it was live, the actual podcast was being shot live, I believe. I think it might have been. That's why I didn't take it off. But, to see her do that, get on Charleston's lap, to put her ass on him, and and then to pour water on him. I've seen that kind of behavior before. So that's why I said that it's a bit of drugs, but it's also I think it's also a little bit of, I don't know how to explain it. When someone's reached their breaking point, right? Someone needs to grab that woman. She needs help. Because that's the breaking point. When you have an overt sexual personality, but then you also cultivate it with aggression as well. That level of aggression where you can flip easily. There's something that's not quite right there. There's healing that needs to take place in that area. That's more than just drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's more than just drugs. Because usually when Brittany Renner's doing something, there's a calculatedness. There's a meticulousness. There's how do we say it? This is just a calculatedness. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a calculatedness with her behavior usually. So you can see that, okay, we don't like what Brittany Renner is doing, but she's intentionally doing something. But in this instance, when I saw her on the podcast, something was off. Usually she's quite meticulous and intentional. Yes, that's a great word. Intentional with what she does. So if she's doing something, she's challenging something, or she's trying to promote something, or she does. You can see this thought process behind it, even if you don't agree. But this was just kind of sporadic, random. I won't even say random, but it was more, raw and very much more. It felt unintentional. Almost as if she was a slave to her feelings and a slave to her thoughts. She was no longer in control, almost, in a sense, right? I'm not giving her a pass. I'm just kind of just saying how it looked. So even her getting up, getting on Charleston, whining, shaking her ass on him, and then going and pouring water all over him a second later, right? So I was like, that there's something deeper lining going on there. You know what I mean? Something deeper going on there. So I really hope for her that they've got somebody around her that's just going to grab her and be like, hey, babe, take some time out. Let's take some time out. Let's be away. Let's recover and come back, because this ain't you. This ain't your brand, and it's hurting you, and your child is going to see this too. That's the part that I looked at and I go, this is not nice. I just feel like this is really not what you want to be doing. I just think to myself that this is not, it's unbecoming and it's painful. I think this, like, all the time I always say that she's a supervillain, and it's because I know that she's doing something. I know that she's doing something and she's intentional about it. But this, I can't even call her a supervillain because there's nothing supervillain about this. There's no intentionality. There's no motivation behind it. It's just random, not even random, but again, I want to say this. There's this kind of animalistic, and I say that with all respect, but the animalistic instincts just kind of kicking in. You're being sexual. You're now being aggressive and telling people to shut up and pouring drink here and there, and it's just wild. And there was more to the clip, but I didn't get the other clips. I'm sure there was more to it than I actually got to it. But a lot of that for me is very, very, it's painful to see, And I think she just needs time out, needs some help, needs some people to get a hold of her, and just be like, hey, babe, we ain't doing this. I don't know who her team was when she went on that show. If she had a team when she was on that show, because they should have pulled her out immediately ASAP Rocky.
Let me say.
No, but hey, I think, did she tweet? Apparently she tweeted, I think she tweeted. Let me see if she tweeted. I think she tweeted saying, I've got a little post here from Spiritual One. They put here, I'm wild. I don't know if she actually tweeted, but if she did tweet and she did say that, I think we need to start looking at her mental, man, because this ain't good for you, your spirit, man. This ain't good for your spirit. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so let's bring this up so you guys can see it as well.
Tell you something, I can't be bought.
Hello.
That's what all these people in the chat can't seem to understand. They think I can be bought. They think that it's just about money. It's just whatever. It's the highest bidder. I believe in true love.
Hello.
I heard her say that, but
I said it 100 fucking times.
Huh.
Hello.
Hey, listen now. Listen.
Listen to what I'm fucking saying. Shut the fuck up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Get
Shut
the
the
room.
fuck up.
Take the room.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, ma'am. Here you go.
Because I'm a real fucking bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
I didn't know it was going to be so much swearing. I do apologize, guys. I didn't realize it was going to be so much swearing. Sorry about that. That's why I didn't realize that. Whew, baby. Yeah. This. As much as as much as obviously someone might think this is, it's on purpose that she's getting viral. I think the reality of the situation is, you can tell, and here she looks more drunk. Here she looks more drunk. Do you know what I mean? Right? Here she looks more like she's been drinking or whatever. But it's a point where you're looking at her and you're like, this is scary to watch. Like, to see this woman, because like I said, I've never seen her this way. Like, if this was normally if this was Brittany Renner doing what Brittany Renner does, she will be intellectually trying to break these guys down, right? She'll be intellectually trying to break these guys down, trying to argue with them, trying to debate with them, right? She wouldn't have thrown. She might have. And thrown herself at Charleston might not necessarily been the case either. But something's bothering me. Okay, something is bothering me, and I'm going to tell you what's bothering me. And I wish I knew where the video was. Okay, if anybody can find a video, it'll be very helpful. The other day, I was watching an interview with Charleston White. Just hear me out. And he was talking in higher phrases. What I mean by that is, he was talking at a particular level that he was describing he was describing the forces that are at work in the media world. What he was saying was that there's certain powers that be don't mind him doing crazy stuff saying crazy stuff about black people or white people. He just can't talk about Jews. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but you know what I mean. He just can't talk about a particular people, right? So long as they don't care what he does, it's almost as if he said they send him to go and do these stuff, right? So I'm like, yo, like the fact that Charleston White's also involved in this is making me feel some way. Like, is there more to this story? You know, is there something that we're missing? Is this a part of what he was talking about at the time? And I was like, now he's in this as well. I'm like, oh, maybe, you know. But anyway, that's another story for another day, I guess. You know, I just think to myself, you know, that this is unfortunate behavior. And for Brittany Renner, she needs to sit on the bench and heal. It's official, and it has been official for a while, but we need Brittany Renner to sit on the bench and heal, because this level of behavior does not seem normal. Right? Just gonna say it straight. It's not normal behavior for Brittany Renner, you know. So yes. We're gonna leave that there. I don't want to go. I'll probably do a bit more research. I'll probably do a bit more deeper thing. And we'll go deeper into it. But yeah, for now, we're gonna leave it at there. You know, this was very unfortunate behavior from her. You know. Oh, she tweeted, "I'm wild" underneath it. And as Haitian Emperor said, it could be bipolar. It could be part of that as well. We're not sure 100%. I can't say 100%, but it really could be. You know what I mean? So, all prayers out to Brittany Renner. Okay. This baby is out of the ordinary for her behavior on the screen. I definitely think that she might want to have some help, and it's sad to see. You know, I can't even get to anything. You know what I mean? Like it's not even one of them ones. I can't even get too heavy with it, because it's like this is so sad to see her this way. Like, you're supposed to be a supervillain. I laugh and joke about it, but this isn't. Oh, let me bring up my next thing. All right, let's talk a little bit now about Steve Harvey. You know, let's talk about Steve Harvey, and let's have a little conversation about that. Because the rumors are Steve Harvey denies rumors that his wife Marjorie Harvey cheated on him with a bodyguard and personal chef.
I don't know what y'all doing, but find something else to do, because we fine. Lord have mercy. Man, I sure wish I could cuss, though. You know, listen, sometimes you just want to respond, but I ain't got no time for rumor and gossip, man. God been good to me. I'm still shining. I appreciate y'all coming. Listen, fine.
Now, this situation has blown up. You know, this situation is interesting. The funny thing is, the rumors were coming from Africa. You know, the rumors were coming from Africa. That's what made it weird. It's not like the rumors were coming from where I saw it first. It didn't seem like it was coming from America. It came from Nigeria. You know what I mean? The Nigerian Twitter and stuff got a hold of it first, and I was like, "Yo, like, well, go on for the thing then. If they've got it, why they've got that information? Why are they hearing rumors that she cheated on Steve Harvey with the gardener and the whatever person, right? Because that was kind of weird. You know what I'm saying to you? For me, it was a little bit weird. I was like, why would they have the information? And then obviously I saw it on American outlets and stuff. And it obviously went trending. So I don't know if that was, maybe someone playing a game with Steve Harvey or whatever. But for me personally, how the hell did Nigeria get a hold of this information first? That's what made me skeptical. I was like, how did the Nigerians get effaced? How did they get effaced? Okay. All right. How did they get it first? That's what I was wondering. Someone said, yeah, he may be planning a publicity tour. It may be. It may be. He may be planning. I don't know. He may be. I don't know if he's gone on tour for years. Maybe then maybe that's the reason why. Someone said if she cheated, that man is not talking. He's a pro. Well, the thing is, he didn't sign a prenup. So to be honest, he about to lose all the money again. He about to lose all that money again because he didn't sign a prenup with her. He said, I believe that this is going to be the right person. I believe this is the right person who's going to be for me. So I'm not going to sign a prenup. I was like, oh. Interesting. So you ain't going to sign a prenup, but it's the woman that you left, no one else, you left at the time when you were broke. But she didn't tell you to leave, but you left. And now you don't want to sign a prenup with her. Okay. I was a little bit stunned by that. I said, okay, well, he must know what he's doing. I don't know. We'll see. Someone says she don't mess up the bag. I hear you. One thing, Steve, one thing Marjorie gonna do is not mess up the bag. That's real. I ain't gonna hold you on that. Someone said he paid the preference tag. It's too hilarious. Okay.
Having work husbands and shit like that. I'm telling you, these women are for everybody. Steve Harvey's wife, that's not his wife. Marjorie is our wife too. Marjorie Harvey is my wife too. Well, I ain't got enough money to get her, but you guys get what I'm saying. 99.999% of women are just like Marjorie Harvey. Sneaky, deceptive, and fucking scandalous. Why? Because women are only loyal to themselves. Women are only loyal to their feelings. Women don't care about no relationship. They don't give a fuck about no marriage. If their feelings tell them to fuck somebody else, guess what they gonna do? That. Exactly. She does not belong to you. It's just your turn. Suffering is a result of wrong thinking. And if you think a woman belongs to you, guess what? You're gonna suffer shit like this.
Now, he started off real good, this guy, and went off the tail end. You know what I mean? He started off real good. Okay? He started off real good and went well off the tail end. I'm gonna need him to get some help. I don't know who the guy is, but he gonna need some help. Okay? So him talking about women are 99% of women like this. It's not scary that 99% of women are like this. You need to live with them. You can't live without them. So is that not scary to have 99% of women that way? Like, bro, come on, man. Come on. I mean, you just wake up and smell the Kenko coffee. You start off really well, and then you begin to tailgate and start to lean to the left. Okay? It's giving hurt, it's giving struggle, it's giving pain, it's giving needing therapy. You know what I mean? So for me personally, I'm not looking at that. I'm going, I don't believe half things he said, but the first part, I was rocking with you, and then you said that dumb stuff. Now, I think there was a video here about his prenup. And he didn't get one.
If you leave me, you're going to get half. We ain't got nothing. So if we leave you, I'm going to take 80%. We have nothing. When I married Marjorie, I had something. But we didn't do a prenup. Because I knew this is the chick. I'm going to the tape with this.
Right. But, I think that is admirable. However, I just don't think that most men think like you. I don't think most people think like you.
We don't. I ain't going to lie to you. Listen, Steve. You've done this 3 times now, 2 times on the 3rd time. I would advise you to get a prenup. I mean, you've been stung before. I would advise you to get a prenup. You know what I mean? Not because I think Marjorie is the worst person, but the fact of the matter is, when you started, you were with Marjorie, and what gave you the impression that you should leave Marjorie because you didn't have enough money at the time? At what point did you not deep that you left, not her, you left her at a point in time where you had no money? So for me personally, I'm asking myself, like, wait, hold a minute. Did she not leave the drug pin lords Did you not call her ex-boyfriends stupid ex-boyfriends and stupid husband? Did you not have her at the same time you had your own wife? The amount of things that were going on with this situation, sir, you really can't afford not to have a prenup. You really can't afford not to have a prenup, sir, because the way you even began this situation. You actually can't afford not to have it. I'm just like looking at like, and it's funny because someone played this little clip. I'll show you guys.
All right,
I'll show you guys this funny little clip. This clip had me rolling. Oh, hold on. It's going to be small. Can you get off? There you go.
ladies. Top 7 answers on the board. Here we go. We asked 100 married women. Some days,
Oh boy.
A good what?
I'm sorry.
What did you just say? No.
I was just
Right here.
I was just playing.
Yeah, but what did you say though?
Sorry, my sound went there. That could be them playing around. That could be them. It could be, you know, a case of just them playing in our faces. That could be a little cruel twist of fate. I'm not sure, but that's giving a little bit of madness, and it's giving the fact that at this point in time, is it that was foretelling the future? Now, I probably think it's a bit of. I think it's just the natural way of things. It was bound to probably come up. It's bound to probably have that situation play the way it did, you know, due to the fact that he does that many shows and the questions are always wild. I'm sure one of the team probably even set him up. I don't want to say that necessarily happened, but you know, it's ironic that the answer to a question was something that potentially could have happened in real life. But Steve didn't sign a prenup. He said obviously he's good. He believes that's a perfect woman for him, so he didn't sign a prenup. And you know, I think this is a video here. I want you to play this video here for you guys. All right, there's a video here. Okay, I'm gonna play it for y'all. Okay. Oh, baby,
I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna marry her. Marjorie said they started dating, and she knew he was the one. However, Steve suddenly ghosted her. Probably because, you know, he was still married to someone else at the time. So Marjorie moved on with another substance dealer named Donnell Woods, and they welcomed their daughter Lori in January 1997. Marjorie and Donnell got married a few years later, and this was around the same time the FBI started investigating Donnell and his family's substance operation. Donnell was eventually sentenced to 37 months in the federal pen. And, well, Marjorie decided she was done with that situation. They got divorced in 2001, and she started getting her cheeks clapped by Steve's bodyguard, William Big Boom Freeman. On his now defunct website, Big Boom described himself as a former pimp who preyed on women to gain a sense of power and self. Big Boom has reportedly turned his life around and now writes motivational books for women, including one that's titled, "If You Want Closure in Your Relationship, Start With Your Legs." Yeah, we've linked it for you in the description box. Anyway, things between Marjorie and Big Boom fizzled out. Now, back to Steve. He and Marcia got divorced in 1994, and he moved on with a woman named Mary Shackelford, whom he married in 1996. They welcomed their son Winton in 1997, but their marriage fell apart in 2005, the same year he reconnected with Marjorie. He and Marjorie got married in 2007, and her first husband, Jim, told Radar Online that Steve forced Marjorie to cut off all communication with him a few days after they tied the knot. Now, when people found out this entire backstory, they accused Marjorie of ruining Steve's marriage to Mary. The rumors intensified in 2011 after Steve filed a lawsuit against Mary and said she was the reason he failed to secure a talk show backed by Oprah Winfrey. In response, Mary hopped on YouTube to air him out. In 3 separate videos, Mary called Steve a serial cheater, pumpkin eater. Mary claimed Marjorie would even call their marital home.
And I said, how on earth did you get this number? How would you know to even call here? She went into this scenario about she had applied for some position with his suit company and how.
Hold on. There's more. Hold on. My God.
Videos, Mary called Steve a serial cheater, pumpkin eater. Mary claimed Marjorie would even call their marital home.
And I said, how on earth did you get this number? How would you know to even call here? She went into this scenario about she had applied for some position with his suit company and how she was following through on it.
Mary also alleged that Steve left her high and dry when he turned Marjorie from one of his mistresses into his main chick, and that he tried to turn their son against her. After the videos went live, Marjorie called Mary's words malicious and baseless. She added, "As a wife and a mother, I cannot stand back and allow the defamation of my character or actions that will malign my family." Marjorie reportedly hired a lawyer and was gearing up to file a defamation lawsuit against Mary. However, in order to win a defamation lawsuit, you kinda have to prove that the statement made against you was false. And, well, Marjorie never went through with the lawsuit. She would have to sue a whole lot of people, including comedian Tony Rock. In response to Steve writing the relationship advice book called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, Tony said his third wife was a mistress to his second wife. Whether or not Marjorie was Steve's mistress isn't anyone's business, and the public really shouldn't expect celebrities to be beacons of morality. But either way, the mistress allegations are one of the reasons why a lot of people can't stand her. Oh, and they also aren't pleased with the way she bounced when both of her ex-husbands got locked up.
It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good at all, is it really? It's not looking good. I mean, the information that was supplied in that video, we have cheating, we have you taking, suing your ex-wives, we have you, taking, starting a relationship whilst in the last one. I mean, listen, at this rate, let me be real with you, Steve Harvey, I got some problems. Okay. And how you start oftentimes is how you finish. So if you were having her whilst you have your ex-wife and you're playing like that, how you get them is how you lose them oftentimes. Got to be very careful. So the fact that she left the last 2 boyfriends who were in jail, Steve, it only takes one situation where you don't have money and it sounds like it feels like she might leave your ass. So I'm not saying that that she definitely cheated or anything like that. We don't know. But I will say that, in reality, Steve Harvey, this beginning ain't good. That's why I don't like that when he tells a story, he's always telling a story in a particular way. Like, when I met Marjorie, I just knew I was going to marry her, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, but bro, you were still in a situation though, bro. My guy, you were still in a situation. So this, I was going to marry Marjorie. It's like, but you were still in a situation, sir. So I don't understand why. It's wild to me, It's wild. It's actually wild. Well, if Marjorie cheated, you have to deal with it, Okay. If Marjorie cheated, you'll have to deal with it, And she left the last 2 boyfriends or husbands. What makes you think you won't be left a third? I ain't even mad at it. All right, cool. Let's move on from there because clearly, old boy is moving mad. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That is a level of madness. I want to quickly scoot another one in, and I might do a separate video for this. I didn't even get to do it, but definitely I want to talk about this one because I watched them on the show, innit? So just real quick, I'm not going to go long on this one, but I wanted to see this one because I felt like this needs to be spoken about. Okay. Hold on. Oh boy, here. I can't remember his name, but I watched him on the show. What's his name? Raymond Santana, yeah, and Delish. I remember watching them on the show, and I said to myself, this girl's going to eat him alive. This girl, Delish, is going to eat him alive. Look, he came out of prison, and she literally was like a shark smelling blood. And the reality of the situation was, for him, he didn't take his time. He should have taken his time, spent time in the world, acclimatized, and relaxed. Instead, the first woman that came across him, he was hungry with it. Now, of course, remember, he went to prison very, very young, so his mindset can still be in a very young state because some of the things that he wouldn't have experienced in real life wouldn't have had much life experience. So I want to give him some grace and say it's unfortunate he didn't see that part because he was still young. And even though he's 40, whatever, 50, whatever, your mind is still going to be having some of those naiveties because you never really got to explore when you were younger. Okay. But here's the thing, Delish literally, smelt blood and went after him when he came out. And I was like, bro, I wish somebody would have been advising you, but you probably wouldn't have listened anyway, advising you and said, hey, bro, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be plenty of women that are going to throw themselves at you. Plenty of women that are going to want you. Plenty of women that are going to want to make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now we're in a situation where, let's listen to this.
But I started to see the behavior started to change. I started to see the shift in the energy. And so I knew that person was no longer with me. Right. And so, I confronted that, I confronted my partner. I confronted her several times. And I said, look, I see it. You're not here no more. You just have to be real with yourself.
Right. Is this what you want to do? Are you ready for this?
And so, then came with, we had the conversation. We actually sat down and because I knew already that I was being cheated on. I already knew that there was infidelity in the marriage. No matter what they said about me, I never cheated. Right. I never cheated. I never stepped outside of my marriage. And there was a lot of people that was in this circle who were there. They know the truth. And so at the end of the day, when you decide that you don't want to be a part of it no more, I gotta accommodate. Right. I'm an understanding person. I know what it's like to be in a struggle. I know what it's like to come from hard times. I know what it's like to fight, to be a fighter. And if this ain't for you, then it's just not for you. But it still has to move forward. And so for me, it wasn't no bad blood that we decided to go our separate ways. Right. It wasn't. It became bad blood when when you start calling the police on me. Right. When you try to call the police on me, when you take me to court, because now you think that you're entitled to some of my money, or you think that I owe you something, right? And this is all documented. I don't gotta lie. There was an actual court date. It's all documented. There's a police report. There's all that. And so now, when you decide that you want to go your separate way, and you want to go be who you want to be, I can't stop that. I gotta let you go. And so, and then it just gets bad because then it's like I said, I had to go to court. I had to go to court, and I had to, because she wanted my car, she wanted money, she thought she was entitled to certain things, and the judge had to tell her, no, you're not entitled to nothing because all this was established before you got here, so you're not entitled to anything. And then the tactics changed from that to when I became a narcissist, a cheater, and a liar.
They always go to that, and it's just like I always say it takes two to tango, but the first, it takes one to know one. And that narcissist word is always thrown out so frequently and so fast, it's not even funny.
So,
oh snap! You're gonna see. Listen, I want to say first and foremost, if she did call the cops, if she didn't have a proper reason as to why she called the cops, that is disgusting, especially knowing his history. Okay, if she did that, that is disgusting. Knowing the history, I don't approve of that particular behavior. If that is the case, right? I don't know why she called the police. You know, that is nasty if that's the case, right? Now, the next thing I want to say is this is a specific type of woman. Okay, right?
So
Delish is a specific type of woman. You knew that because once you start interacting with her, I could see even on the show that she was a special type of woman. Right? A special type of woman. And unfortunately, when you don't pay attention and vet people's character and vet their value systems very well, you can get caught up in a lot of madness. So this situation with Delish, I'll do a separate video. On the show, she was moving mad. On the show, she was moving mad. And the biggest issue they actually had was sex. That was actually one of the biggest issues. One of the biggest issues was sex. One of the biggest issues that they had was that he couldn't, I think it was getting it up or whatever, or the amount of time they spent during sex or whatever. And she wanted him to be more aggressive. She wanted him to be more assertive. Right? So I just knew that when it came to Delish, she was going to do what women like her do. When they're only interested in themselves and interested in, you know, benefiting themselves, then yes, this is what they're going to do. Now, she had some tendencies already. Why didn't he see them? Well, because he was watching too much face. He was too involved with the body. He was too involved with the big butt and the thingy. And you know what's so interesting? You know what? That's what I said about the young mindset. When I was younger, a lot of that stuff would get me excited. You know, I'd be excited. I would be when I see big bomb. You know, I'll be excited when I see big bomb, big brace. You will see me. Oh, but it gets to a point where you have to, you know, you have to obviously, you have to come to a place of maturity where big bum, big breasts, sexy face don't move you no more. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, so in the end, you don't get shafted by certain women like this. You know, and I gotta be honest with you. You know, I think with Delish that she saw a weakness, saw a prey, and said, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna put the feminine charms on him. When you listen to their story, the very beginning of their story, Delish and Raymond, they started off with the heavy sex. She got him into what was it, a changing rooms or whatever. You know, they start having sex in there, blah 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 blah, rare, and she got him into a place where he got seduced by that kind of behavior. But again, because I say this again, because he's been in prison for so long, and he was in there from such a young age, a lot of that experience he may never have got. You know, he may never have got, which is unfortunate because you need it. And you gotta let his ladies know, listen, you can't play with me. Yo, you can throw that ass in a circle all you want, but it still don't make squares. You know what I mean? You can throw that ass in a circle, but it doesn't make squares. Like it is what it is, you know. You know, Elsid said, is she above his market? When you got money, no, but yeah, I get what you're saying. In some shape or form, yes, in some shape or form, there is some of that. But sheesh, you know. I just remember that the way they began their relationship was hot on heavy sex. And I was like, well, if that's how you start, that's how you're going to finish. Delish done being delicious. Okay. Delish done being delicious. All right, cool. Let's talk about another situation. I want to talk about Boosie quickly. Okay. Boosie, let's get the situation with Boosie up as well. Okay, because there's a lot to go through. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh crap. That's not what I need. Wrong part. Because I done messed it up. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
The whole point was about him not being a father. But y'all want to pick out the list of never been there for me mentally. Anytime I felt happiness from this man, it was temporary. Very temporary. Bumped it down real quick. I can sell a lot. I'm really limiting my talking. I can sell a lot. Why you really left him up there? Oh yeah. First of all, I talked to him. I'm like,
Oh wait. Can y'all hear the video? Just want to make sure. Can y'all hear? Just type in the chat for me if you can hear. If you can hear it, it might have gone off. Okay, cool. So it's gone off the sound. Okay, cool. Hold on. Let's just stop sharing and then I'll just share it again. Sorry about that, guys. The sound went there. Okay.
it down real quick. I can sell a lot. I'm really limiting my talking. I can sell a lot. Tell him why you really left him up there. Oh yeah. First of all, I talked to him. I'm like, I'm moving. I've been telling him I'm moving to Houston. Been telling him. So boom, at the time I had my car, I was doing the transportation. I had to drive up here with my mama. And because she had a bad car accident. What's that hard to understand? Like I was really in a wheelchair. And then on top of that, we got into it like at least 2 to 3 days before they he told me and my mama. No, he said yes he did. And my mama. But when we really got the whole point was about him not being a father. But y'all want to pick nigga started getting into it when he was like, I don't give a fuck about your mama being in no car wreck. Whoop the whoop, because I wanted to go home and help my mama. And who I went home. What y'all want me to do? Be a yes man? Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to go home and help my mom who almost died in a car wreck. Who was there for me when he was locked up in that hole. It's Lord's over anything with me. I swear to God. Lord's over. I'm trying to see if it's so done. Why I keep talking about it? You still man. Nigga started getting into it when he was like, I don't give a fuck about your mama being in no car wreck. Whoop the whoop, because I wanted to go home and help my mom. Baby mama, she didn't hit me with the.
Okay. She will say, and that's not my daddy. He deserves the title. You're a fan or support him. Get the F off my page. I don't F around. Every time I try to give this and the benefit of the doubt, give him a chance to be the dad, he F it up. So yeah, that's no longer my father, dad, daddy, all that dead. Don't label me as no Boosie daughter fan or whatever. And then she goes on to say, N-word, give this B word, can't even support his own kids. Sorry, I got my call coming through. Let me start this in. Sorry. Yes. So what I was saying. So love stunting for the gram. I could really air Buku out, but I'm gonna be humble before I tarnish his career. And then she goes on. I don't care about all of that. You need to post this. People want to see you down. Who? None of the phase me because okay, yes, I'm mad because that was my car, but it's a fact. Posed to be a father, but ever had a father be the one. So IG, I don't understand, but still don't front on social media or people like that. Your father of the year because you're not. Okay. Who gives a daughter a car? Take it back. On top of that, give her a color she don't even like because you're not a father enough to remember the little about your own daughter. Took the car back just because I left from ATL to help my mom, who damn near lost her life in a car wreck. But that's your favorite rapper. This is a car that was there. Okay, you know, damn. Okay. Ooh, baby, it's a lot to do. What's that? It's Boosie. Buzzy. You know what? It doesn't matter. Let me tell you this now, straight first and foremost, right? These situations are never straightforward. I wish never to see daughters in that position, but when you got daughters in that position, I want to say this: look, man, as a man, we have a duty to bridge the gap between ourselves and the mother of our kids, right? We want to make sure that our children are number one and we grow in the right direction. Now, of course, sometimes this can't be helped. Relationships are a problem and people do crazy stuff. And it's hard to want to stay with that person and be amicable, etc., etc. But now we've got a situation with this child, right? His daughter. And she's now airing you out on the internet. This is not the first time daughters, some even sons, have aired out their fathers on social media. We've seen it with Kirk Franklin. We've seen it with Brian McKnight. We have seen it with who else? There's another person as well who their child has aired them out. And so, like, for honestly, you know, this is not new. You know, this is not new. And in some regards, when you're looking at Boosie and what he does, I'm like, he has some issues anyway, because some of the things that he has done with his son, and you know, when he wanted his son to have sex with someone at a very young age, that should tell you the kind of parenting that he does do. Okay, that should tell you what kind of parenting that he does do. So I can only imagine what kind of parenting he actually did with his daughter, regardless of the baby mother. The son that he had, he wanted to sleep with a grown-ass woman. That should tell you the kind of mindset that Boosie is carrying. You know? And it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Y'all gonna leave me alone when I say Boosie, okay? He gonna be Boosie today. Okay, he gonna be Boosie today, okay? He ain't gonna be Boosie. He gonna be Boosie today, okay? That man out there is ridiculous because now your daughter is out here airing you. And the reality is you need to bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. Okay? It's bridging the gap. You get me? So I can't trust in his parenting from what I've seen before, and I think a safe thing to do now is that, you know, they and some of that young kids are gonna have to start doing, especially in the next generation. Some of our parents are toxic. Some of our parents are actually toxic. You know, some of our parents are actually toxic, and they need to create a boundary and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to leave you alone and I'm going to live my life, because if I don't, you're going to hurt me so bad. And so sometimes that's also a thing. You know, that's also a thing as well. So for me personally, I think, I think what will need to happen is that, you know, she may have to just let the dad go and heal and let that anger go. Like you can't let that anger fester. You can't let that anger continue. You can't let that anger to go on. You know what I mean? So she has some stuff to do. You know, she has something to do. Okay. All right. Someone said, what's this? Someone said, "Boosie is a word for a man's booty." Is that an American thing? Boosie? Is it Boosie? Is that an American thing? I did not know that Boosie means someone's cheeks. I've never heard that word before. Boosie means someone's cheeks. It means butt. Uzi. Uzi means butt. Uzi or Boosie means. Is it Boosie that means butt, or is it Uzi means butt? Oh, Uzi is a hole. Boosie is a hole. I never knew that. And the fact that some of you know that, scary. Okay, but I gotta go because time is up. So, you know, I gotta leave y'all because my time is done, and we will definitely talk a little bit later. I'll come back in an hour's time once I've done my thing, and I'll come back a little bit later. But yeah, all right. I appreciate you a lot, and yeah, we will leave you guys, you know, to it. I've never heard this word "pussy." That is what it means. I've never heard that word, but hey, if that's what it means to y'all, that's what y'all mean. Okay. All right. Appreciate you guys, and I know the Keke thing. I'll do another little video with her, of Keke in it, so I'll take her out the title. But we'll see you guys very, very soon. Much love, much appreciation.